Hello boys and girls. Today we started to make something called magnetic levitation vehicle. We're not gonna finish doing it today, but when we are done in a few classes, we will have some kind of a car that actually levitates in the air, which means it uses magnets which helps us stay off the ground. And if you give it a little bit of force, it'll go extremely fast. You will see it in a few classes, but today let's get it started. First, you will need to use a styrofoam block. One of these that I will give you, and please don't ruin it because I do not have any extras, so you have to use this one. Now, once you take a styrofoam block, just take a marker or a pencil and trace it on a piece of paper. Look what I'm doing. I trace this block. Next thing what you do the outline of a car. Basically, you need to know what you are making. Like for a second, I'll show you some samples. For instance, somebody from my previous classes made a car that looks like this. See, it looks like a nice sporty car. Somebody else made a car, let's say, which is a really nice decorate, also very nice sporty car. Let's say, sometimes cars are not as much as cars, but like very futuristic, or have some like strange designs, but still very cool. First, this car looks a lot like a pizza. This one is even more strange, but also very cool and artistic car. So, like, you will decide on your own design. What I'm gonna do right now, I will do something sort of standard. Now, in order to do this thing, what I do, I will try to think to myself, how would the car look like? Now, so I will start from a very edge of my sheet and I will draw some kind of a car. For instance, I'll think my car should look something like this. See, it takes me a few seconds and I made car like this. Maybe just to get a better idea how my car will look like, I might add some doors. Sometimes I might add some windows. I might add some tail lights. I might show where the wheels might be. But the thing is, in reality, all you really need is just this outline. So, once we got the outline, we're gonna cut it out. So, let me take scissors. Once I got scissors, here's what I'll do next. I will take this piece of paper and I will cut it out. See, because my car was really big, it was not a small car, but a really big car on a piece of paper, it takes me extremely small time to cut it out. Again, the big thing is, you should not make a small car. The bigger car you draw, the easier it is to cut it out. Look, it took me a couple seconds to cut out this car. Now, what do I do next? Now I will take my block and I will put my car on the top of it. Why? Because now I'm going to trace it. So when I trace my car, let's do it. I trace it in here, in here, in here. Next thing which I do, I will trace it in here, in here. Okay, now, see, I don't need to draw those doors, windows yet. All I'm doing, I just drew this thing. Now I'm going to use something called cope and sew. Let me show you how to do it. So, cope and sew that something looks like this. Now, this thing which you see attached to your desk is called vise. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in vise. Now, one of the important things you need to do, you absolutely need to have your safety glasses on when you do it. So I put this piece of styrofoam in here. Don't squeeze it too hard so it doesn't break. And in a second, you will see what I'll do. So I'll use my saw. Again, I have my safety glasses on, and I'm gonna cut it. Now, once a piece of it falls off, I usually switch it, change it a little bit. So, like, it's easiest to cut if I cut it from the top and I cut it down. So you will see in a second what I'm doing. Look, I use my saw and I cut it up to here. So, see, that's what I have so far. I still have to cut this little piece. So let me do it in here. It's not that much left. Again, probably will be easier for you if you put it back in vise. Because I have a lot of experience doing it, I can do it right in here on this desk. Now, once I done it, look, that's the outline of a car. All right, so what I'll do next? In a second, I'll try to polish it, but in the meanwhile, I will use what I drew in here and I will try to decorate it just to see for myself how it looks. I just want to make sure I got the car which I was looking for. So these will be windows. All right, these will be doors. Doors will go like this, And again, I'll have some tail, like front in here, bumper on the car, maybe some wheels will go in here. And as you see, this is a good starting point for me. Now, if I got up to here, next thing which I'll do, I'll try to use like some sandpaper or some files and try to make this thing really smooth. But for now, this is like what I expect you guys to do today. If you got up to here and if you can submit both of these things with your name on the bottom, make sure you put your name, Mr. O, that's my name, you will put your name. You obviously will get a good grade for today if you did the rest of the things which I asked you to do. For example, if I asked you to do a piece of paper and answer some questions, don't forget to submit that as well. But that's today's lesson. Thank you very much for watching.